Is SMMA hard? This is one of the most popular searches on SMMA YouTube, so let's talk about it. If you follow us here on YouTube, which you should, don't understand why you haven't subscribed already. This probably means as you moved beyond the Insta gurus who are just trying to tell you that every single day of entrepreneurship is private jets and Lamborghinis. We all know they're full of shit. So in that line of thought, I can save you a lot of time and let you know that yes, SMMA is hard, but so is every other type of business that you will ever start. The thing I want you to understand though, is that business is hard until it isn't. Let me explain. The first lesson that I want you guys to get out of this video is that all business is hard. If business wasn't hard, every single person that you know would own a business and they would be successful at it. I want you to get in your mind that business is a marathon, not a sprint. There are some businesses like SMMA that you can stand up quickly, that you can make money with quickly, but it is all about the long game. You want to start the business in the right way where you have a solid foundation that you can build upon. The reason for this is starting a business is a lot like mountaineering. When you're first getting started in business, it's kind of like being at base camp in Mount Everest, or not even at base camp, just chilling in like Kathmandu or something and being in a village where you're not even at significant elevation yet. You can't see the top of the mountain, you can't even see Everest Base Camp, and from there, it might seem almost impossible to climb to the top of Mount Everest. If you try to go from a nearby village to the top of Mount Everest in a day, you will literally die. The same is true with business. If you're just getting started with a business, you're not gonna be able to solve the type of problems that somebody who's 8 years into entrepreneurship, like Derek and myself with 20 team members, are seeking to solve. Nor should you be trying to solve those problems because you don't have 20 team members yet. Really, what you want to just do is figure out the day one problems that you need to be solving. This is going to prevent you from becoming overwhelmed, and you're going to start seeing a lot better results in a lot less time. If you just focus on taking one step and then a next step and then a next step, the whole question of is SMMA hard really becomes irrelevant because you're just doing the thing day after day that's going to make you successful. This is true for all businesses and not just SMMA. The SMMA model is just a lot easier than a lot of others. But I'm not going to mince words. Entrepreneurship is hard, but so is being broke. So is having a boss. So is letting somebody else have control over your life, over your time, over your future, over the next time you get a promotion, your compensation. So choose your hard. Let's talk for a minute about what happens if you don't start the agency that you're thinking about starting when you're watching this video. What are the other options? Having no money, having a boss, having no control over your future, over your career, over your pay grade. I've been there. Being skipped many times for promotion, been there too. These things are also very hard, just like entrepreneurship. I can say, having been somebody that experienced all of these things, had a day job, was immensely stressed in the day job, I can honestly say to you that my hardest day as an entrepreneur is still better than my easiest day as an employee. Yes, I work hard, but I have full autonomy over my destiny, my income, and my life. Nothing compares to that type of freedom. The third and potentially most important thing that I want you all to understand is that every single business in the world needs the type of skills that social media marketers have. So why not get paid handsomely for it? Running an SMMA business is a lot like a business cheat code in a lot of ways. It's like having a license to make money from anything that you might try. The world is shifting to the digital economy faster and faster, and it's not slowing down, it's speeding up. For the vast majority of industries, in 10 years, there's gonna be two types of businesses. Those that understand and use social media business, and those that don't exist anymore. And SMMA is really the only type of business that you can build entirely off the back of monetizing social media, other than being like an influencer or something. Every other type of business requires SMMA as basically another step, okay? So they need to start their actual business, and then they need to learn social media themselves as well, or hire an agency in order to use social media to grow their business. After speaking and working with many other businesses and entrepreneurs, I would much rather be the one that has the magic wand and has the social media marketing skills than the one who's always having to pay somebody else to do it. Not only that, understanding and having these skills means that down the line, if you want to sell your agency or if you want to move on from the business model and go and try something else, you have the skills necessary to make that business successful without having to pay somebody like me or somebody else that's successful in the social media marketing agency space. The last lesson that I want you guys to understand when you think about this question is that it gets easier. Entrepreneurship is a self-development exercise disguised as a job. Things that are impossibly difficult for you today, in a couple months' time, will be impossibly easy for you and just daily routine. When you have no experience and you're trying to start a business, there's going to be a learning curve. This is not specific to SMMA. This is specific to just starting a business in general. If you've never worked a job before, if you've never sent a calendar invitation, if you don't know how to professionally email, there's gonna be a bunch of stuff that you're gonna have to learn, and it's gonna be a lot like trying to drink from a fire hose. But over time, You're gonna learn how it's done, and it's gonna become routine for you. Inevitably, there's gonna be a couple of things that you fuck up here and there, but that's just the name of the game. I'm 8 years into this thing. I run a 7-figure business with Derek. We've got 20 plus employees all over the world, and I still fuck things up weekly. Things that seem impossibly difficult for you today, if you just stay consistent with them, over time they're gonna become habitual, and they're just gonna be par for the course and things that you do every day. As you climb the mountain of business, things get easier and easier and easier, and all of this is so much better than the options that await you if you never get started. If you're thinking about getting started with an agency, I highly encourage you to. It's the most rewarding thing that you will ever do with your time. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. It's going to require consistency. As with any business, there's going to be some late nights. There's going to be some early mornings. There's going to be a lot of uncertainty. Sometimes you're going to wonder if you're doing the right thing, but that's what you sign up for when you decide to be an entrepreneur and you go away from all the other options like having a boss, having somebody else have control over your life, your destiny, the next time that you get a raise, and all the other things that really suck about having a 9-to-5 job. If you want to make starting a business a little bit easier for you, I do encourage you to check out a course. We've got a couple options. We've got Growth School with tons of great stuff that teaches you how to start an agency. And then we've got the #1 course, the SMMA Blueprint, which teaches you from soup to nuts, A to Z, how to start, grow, and scale a social media marketing agency. If those are a little bit too much for you right now, check out this video right here where Derek walks you through how to start an agency from top to bottom, start to finish. We'll see you over there.